transported now that the pet peeves are done. We need to be transported ourselves over to the newsroom. Mr. Bryn has already taken us there, and I will do the fancy. There we go.
Peeves.
List.
We didn't do that last time.
No, because I've sort of reused this as the intro to the newsroom.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we can do it. Do you want to have a go? You've got the button.
Just for old time's sake.
You've got the button. Do you want to do it?
Which one is it?
Yeah, the one that says listeners' peeves. I've labelled them.
Do you have to hold
We're going
it,
up in the world. We got labels. Yeah.
It's fancy that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listeners' peeves.
Yeah, sass.
I like it,
Pure sass.
Good.
Right.
Bit of an assault on the senses, that, isn't it?
Yeah, as is most of this show.
Yes.
And particularly this episode. Yeah. I think I'm going to list this as episode 18, Utopia Project. Subject. Ah!
I feel weirdly what I've been thinking all week is someone like our boy Mr. Greg James from Radio 1.
Yeah.
I think this has got him written all over it because this is just like all of the nonsense that he just does on the breakfast show. It's all just that rolled into this podcast,
but R-rated.
Yeah,
very R-rated.
It's just chaos.
Yeah. Should we get on with it?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's roll.
I'm bored now. I'm off. See you later.
See you later.
Right. Do you want to launch the first one then and see if this will work? Right. The first one is from. I don't think I labelled them. They've disappeared.
This one's from man or woman.
Right,
this one's from.
I'm going to launch them on this.
Person one.
Okay. Right, it's all going to shit as usual. The first one is from. I'll tell you afterwards. Okay, because I can't remember who it is. It's not labelled.
Okay, just play it.
All right, lads. My pet peeve for this week is people that have been on furlough all fucking 3 months and saying that they need a break because there's too much work.
Okay.
And that's that.
That was blunt.
Yeah,
it felt like Dave just went, "Oh, do a pet peeve. Start recording." My pet peeve is furlough. Yeah, furlough. And then people that need a break. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, it was like
decide what you want before, man.
Yeah, it was like it was answering like a multi-choice question, or like it was on like the final round of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm going to go with furlough.
I'm going to go with furlough. Can I phone a friend?
Thanks for that, Dave. That didn't sound like you were pressured into it by me at all.
Yeah. We don't force listeners' peeves, they just send them.
Yeah.
You tick those boxes, mate.
Yeah.
Tick those boxes.
But thanks for that. Discuss, boys. People who moan that they need a break.
Oh, yeah.
After coming back from furlough.
Fucking nutting. We've got one guy that's starting back, and he literally he started back this week, and in a fortnight, he's having a week off because he's booked a holiday.
What?
Yeah.
But I suppose if you've already booked a holiday.
Yeah, but he booked it like a week ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't know he was coming back then, but surely you'd think like at some point soon this furlough's going to end.
Yeah.
I've got to admit though, from what he said, being like people that moan about it. I mean, if I was in that position, I could have a week off after. I'd be like, sound. But if it's people moaning about, it's been loads of work, I need a break, then fair enough. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if they're not moaning about it and they're just like, if you have the chance to book a week off, you've been off for a while, and you have a week off, I'll be like, yeah, sound.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's the sort of thing. If people are whinging saying, "Oh, it's busy," like we've got loads of work on. Like, well, yeah. Any kind of work is going to be busy after you've done nothing for 3 months.
Yeah,
it's like the lethargicness, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
like
just
to shock your system.
Just being here for 8 hours a day, even if you did nothing, is still like enough to be like, oh,
you got tired after work. You know, when you get out of bed and you do nothing all day, and then someone says, "Oh, just put that letter in the letterbox or something like that." You're like, "Oh my god, man, it's so much fun."
Mum, leave me alone,
you fascist.
I'm happy to sort of send that. I mean,
yeah.
Quite vague. I mean, it was clearly forced into doing it.
Yeah. I don't know, who did that?
Don't know.
Bin it.
Can we get that as a trigger box?
Bin it. If you press the Listeners' Peeves button, I can trigger the next one, but I will time it. This is from our good friend, Mr. Johnny Noden.
Oh, nice. I love him. He's the tangent guy, isn't he?
I said, send me something. Send me a pet peeve that is something that pisses you off, mate. That's your pet peeve. Closing the name.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. This is what he sent.
Right. Okay. So this is Johnny's listener's peeve.
Hi Chunk, Johnny here. I'm just calling you up with a pet peeve that I actually do that annoys other people. When I'm sat there concentrating, working on something, drawing, writing, whatever, my leg will just go into like a nervous rhythm, and it's like a restless leg syndrome. And for me, it's perfectly normal. I don't even know that I'm doing it sometimes, but for my colleagues that I work with and my family, it can get pretty irritating. So there's a pet peeve from someone else's perspective. Bye.
It's a self peeve.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
First,
Hi, Chunk. There's 3 of us.
Hi, Johnny.
We work here too. But obviously,
another example of colleagues being mad at you
for
being the best, Johnny.
Say we're going show, Giles.
I will smite you.
One of these.
Good job. We're the other side of the table.
No, don't break the illusion of the video.
Oh, sorry. I mean, we're next to you on the table. Which way? Looking that way.
Again, if you listen on the audio,
way.
check us out on YouTube. Just search Utopia Project. It is the best place to consume our content.
Yes.
Mr. Jack, you were saying.
Yes. So, firstly, just mentioned you. I think you'll find Chunk's brother is here as well.
Yes.
Secondly, I've completely forgot. Oh yeah, listeners' peeve is what pisses you off, not what pisses other people off about you.
I don't know whether in this it actually creates a good feature we could do, but I feel like we would not actually provide any positivity. And because Johnny's peeve sounded very much like a self-help thing, like a Dear Deirdre. Like, I keep doing this leg twitch from a thing, and it really annoys all my colleagues. And my colleagues hate me. Can you help me, please?
I'm on the brink.
What should I do?
And we'll just be like, yeah, stop it.
He's going then like, I'm on the brink. Come on, please.
For people who can't see what you do with your hands on the video, Sharpie, that was a sight to behold. I do this, so
it annoys the shit out of me when you do it.
Yeah.
I'm bad for it.
When I noticed that
just looking over now, producer Bryn literally just went,
He's doing it.
He's going like
yeah, it's literally.
But it's anxiety with this one. So
this room is anxiety.
this room is anxiety. Big time.
It's full of it, isn't it?
It's because I'm chained up in the corner. That's why I'm
yeah. Shut the fuck up.
That's
the first thing I've done all week. Send help. They've let me out for an hour. But yeah, I've always thought it was one thing. It is, I think, with me is like what they call a musician's twitch, because you always do it to a tempo, and because I'm always tapping on my chest or my fucking
Our mate Baggy's always tapping his fingers,
and he is a drummer, so like you sort of expect that.
I've got.
I think it pisses a lot of people. I think it pisses me off if people do it like on me. Like, obviously Bryn's doing it, you're doing it right now, and I think I'd do it throughout the show.
Yeah,
and.
I don't.
If someone's next to me, or like if I'm on the table and it's rocking the table,
I'm like, will you fucking stop?
Yeah, I'm like, pack that fucker in. But like,
it's a concentration thing, though, isn't it? People do it when without realising. Because like Amy always takes the piss out of me because when I'm concentrating, if I'm cooking, like I've done like meal prep before, and I've made like a load of shredded chicken or whatever. When I'm concentrating on shredding the chicken, I end up going.
Just bust out, just bust out into the macaroni.
And just do that with my lips again.
About to get a tick, like,
it's a bit like when girls do the mascara.
Yeah.
And apparently their eyes are connected to the mouth. Yeah.
Put a bit of mash in there.
But yeah, she always, whenever I've done that before, she always comes up to me from concentrating. She always comes up and goes, all right then, mate.
Love it.
Right, this is
bad
happening.
Combo, me and him.
This is the show, apparently.
This is the
show. Happy to send that.
Yeah, Mum.
Bin it.
Bin it. I'm bored. Bin it. Done.
Move on.
In the bin. Right, that's all the listeners' peeves, Jack. What is next?
Some news.
I think we've got ridiculous news. It's the ridiculous news. It's stupid and it's been in the news. All stories from around the world, they're here for us to abuse. Zeros, heroes, and weirdos, we've got a few. It's the ridiculous news. Whammy!
Love it.
In ridiculous news corner this week, we have when Suffolk Owl Sanctuary in eastern England was called to rescue a little owl, they did not expect to find one that was actually too fat to fly. According to CNN, a concerned citizen first spotted the poor bird lying helplessly in a ditch. Even head falconer Rufus Samkin, already I like his name,
Sam Rufus King.
Sam Rufus King. I'm going to call him that for the rest of the thing now. Whose team then took the owl in, believed the bird to be injured at first. There were no wounds to be found, leaving experts to believe that the female owl was simply too wet to fly.
Right, stop.
Because it was in a ditch.
You Glenn Calcal.
Right, rewind.
Female owl, she's wet. Female owl, she's wet.
You need to calm down, Mr. Bryn.
You need to not think about that. It's a poor bloody owl. Good dirty mind, Producer Bryn.
You're naughty.
Right, just before you continue,
yes.
One, I'm pretty sure you went out of sync and somehow you repeated it. Like, it was like you glitched in the Matrix.
No,
honestly, when we listen back to the show, right, I'll find it and send you it, because you just sort of went in the owl. Like it was literally like you had got stuck in the Matrix.
Oh, might have done.
Also, it's too fucking wet. What?
Yeah, right. So the first.
It's a sponge, isn't it? Not an owl.
What?
It's a sponge, isn't it? It's so. Right, oh mate. It's soaked up all the water. It's just a sponge. It's not an owl. Is that where this story's going?
No, it's an owl.
It is definitely an owl.
100% it's an owl.
Okay.
Yeah,
that could be a sponge. That could be a detailed sponge.
They don't make them, man. If they're making like owl-shaped sponges, that's in the same category as the bloody babies you fucking get rid.
No, right. Just for context, anyone who's just seen us on this show, Sharpie isn't supporting abortion.
No. Oh yeah.
Right, this is even going to sound even worse. We gave away 180 babies on our live stream.
Yes.
They were plastic babies.
Yes, not real.
Right? And Sharpie was outraged. Go back and have a look at that. He is not anti-abortion.
This has come off really bad.
Should we jump back into the story?
Let's get back into the story.
Right, so spin it. We'll start again.
God.
Right, so we've done the headline. Ignore that, right?
Okay.
Then these people, this owed Samfus Roofkin, has he's found the owl in a ditch, so they think it's too wet to fly. Sharpie's broken. Right, they think it's too wet to fly.
I'm crying, man.
Right,
go on. I'm trying. Go on.
But it was only after a thorough drying off and complete checkup they noted the real issue. The rescuers weighed the rather chunky owl at 245 grams and concluded that it was simply extremely obese.
Right, so they went from
thus couldn't take off.
Oh.
The owl couldn't even reach the aviary's perches, which marks the bare minimum for an animal dependent on flight.
Mate, that owl is big hungry, so I got.
Right, it gets better. Bear in mind, I'm going to be honest, I haven't written this, I've just sort of like amalgamated the article. So, the bird's weight is around 1/3 heavier than a large, healthy female owl. The additional weight left her unable to fly, though experts began to wonder how she had got so fat in the first place. Because it's rather unusual for wild birds to reach that state, the sanctuary decided to keep her for a few weeks and monitor her. In the end, the rescuers assessed that it was simply a case of natural obesity. December 2019 was unseasonably warm, which meant that there were many critters about for the bird to feast upon. Indeed, the owl was discovered in a field that was crawling with field mice and voles due to the atypical climate. with the sudden plethora of food on its talons. This is in quotes. She absolutely gorged herself and got very fat. She had a lovely time, but went too far.
How have you found an article that passively and aggressively describes me? That's most of my weekends. I had a lovely time, but I went too far.
I'll be honest, there's been multiple occasions where Chunker's given me that look. Like, what are you doing?
He mainly gives you that look when you touch his takeaway.
Yeah.
Or ask him if he's got a spare slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Or if I do anything that is remotely like me.
Yeah. What we got? The sanctuary consequently put the owl on a strict diet so it could shrink to a more natural weight. She was even put on a bit of an exercise regime and encouraged to fly around the rehab centre. Remarkably, it only took 2.5 weeks for the owl to lose between 20 and 30 grams. The whole thing is quite exceptional, as most birds we see are starving, he explained. Yeah, probably because this cunt's eating all the food.
Yeah.
Would you eat it? Yeah.
Yeah. You eat all them voles? And that's the reaction.
Yeah.
Where's all the voles gone? And that thing is just like, oh shit. I've been rumbled.
Was I supposed to make them last?
Yeah. Where most birds, there we go. In the end, the bird was sent flying gracefully off into the British countryside at a much healthier and happier weight. The group's social media page explained. Hopefully, this owl won't come upon another irresistible buffet of field mice, lest it wants another few weeks at fat camp.
I just like that I've been rumbled.
the only
Where's all the field mice gone? I've been rumbled.
As sinister as it sounds, the only thing that could have improved that story was if it flew off and a farmer shot it.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, it's free.
One of my cows is flying.
Free volivants. I don't even know what volivant is.
Volivants. Oh, right. It's one of them days. Apparently, it's one of them days.
Yeah.
I think we've expanded enough.
Yeah.
It's real life.
It's definitely a hero, isn't it? We're voting Zero hero. It's got to be a hero.
Legend.
Fucking what a legend.
And now that's like, fuck it, I'm going to eat everything and get way too fat.
The thing is, I bet it was fully sin and just like... Because that's what they do, isn't it?
Just swallow it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Hero.
Can we get it?
Yeah.
Top right. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. This means that fat owl can come into Utopia, innit?
Sound. You know, I eat my volivants.
I'll tell you what we can do. Can we get it into Utopia, but make it no matter how fat it gets and no matter how many mice or voles or anything it eats, it can still fly.
I kind of like the idea that it would roll around.
I like the idea.
Owl.
Yeah.
Right, imagine that owl's face. Right, imagine the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Just rolling around with that face on it. And there's something like quite terrifying, yet I like it.
Just rolling around with that face on it. Well, yeah.
Volleyball eating bastard.
Wow. Right. On that
note. Welcome to Utopia. Please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great.
Just as long as we've already let it through our gates.
This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. It's where we discuss the little things and make them better for you. This is our dream.